Right, hello everybody. It's now 20 to 11. So Dad's D should be coming from that direction in about 20 minutes. So he's on his way down to here. I'm now back at Camp Bob. Alright. Had a belter night with Jimmy Allen. He's the... What's his... I can't remember his bloody YouTube now. Sorry Jimmy, I'll put that on the screen. The Durham's something or another. I'm bloody shit with names in any way. But yeah, I've got my rifle and all that whereas the day. Obviously Betty's still with us because we've just come from the other site, which was about 12 miles away from here. So I'm just going to walk up into the woods, get myself settled in. I've got to come back down, pick up an air bottle and that for my rifle, and a bag with a little bit of extra food in, and collect some water as well because I'm out of water. Alright, so I'll bring you back when I'm up there and all set up. Okay, see you in a bit. Right, hello everybody. I'm just about set up. I've just been doing a few alterations, but before I put my sleeping bag in, I thought I'd just show you my new sleeping bag. This was made by my sister-in-law Debbie, who's a seamstress, and she's really good at that job. So basically what I've got is 2 jungle bags. Alright, I'll just open this up, just bear with us, because I'm going to be trying to do this one-handed, well, two-handed now. Alright, so as you can see, the outer, right, and then the inner. 2 different types of sleeping bags, all being stitched in nicely. Look, here's Betty coming in to get on in the act. You're not getting on my sleeping bag, get away. Alright, and as you can see where the 2 sleeping bags have been joined together, but she's deliberately left it for a reason to be hollow down there. Alright, and that reason is, so if I'm ground dwelling with this sleeping bag, I'll be able to put my roll mat in through there, yeah, and still have a sleeping bag on top of it. Alright, it'll be in a bivvy bag if I'm doing that in any weight. Okay, and she's sewed all the way along the top here, as you can see. It's all been double stitched. She's got lining going all the way through it. Alright, draw cords are still in place, look. Alright, so I can pull that around my hood and around my head in the winter time. And this one can just act on the floor, and then I can put my pillow and that on top of there as well. So my pillow's off the ground, like that'll be made by like my clothing. Alright, so that's it. I had it last night on the in the other camp last night, like you've seen before here. I'm over the moon with it. It was a hot night in any way, but I was just down to my underpants, and I had Betty in the hammock as well, like. But there she is, getting herself a little comfy ball there on the floor. But absolutely brilliant. So thank you very much, Debbie. Well appreciated it. Yeah, that's going to serve me well, that. And it's even big enough if I need to put a liner in, like a fleecy liner that I've got for the winter time. But I've just went and purchased an Arctic bag as well, but this is my summer bag and it's absolutely brilliant. It's dead lightweight, it compacts really small. Alright, so that's enough waffle of that. I've got my big tarp up. This is going to be my social living area, and I'm just going to use that personally for sleeping. I've just got a little mound there I need to get rid of, but the rest of it's just going to stay as it is. I'm going to sort out this platform, work out what I'm going to do with it, make a fire pit, possibly just where the chairs are, so it's underneath the tarp. Alright, not going to be a massive fire, but big enough to sit around. But anyway, I'll bring this back later when I've got all my stuff squared away. It's now 12:15. I had a cheeky McDonald's on the way here, so I had a bacon sandwich and something else I can't remember what it was now. The brownies, what do you call it? Something like that, anyway. Aye. So anyway, I'm waffling. See you later.
Waffling, I'll try to hide the screws more.
There we go.
Alright.
Right then, a couple of the lads have turned up, Just Outdoors and Daz D. So they've been doing a bit of work and I've been building a couple of bridges on my pitch, sorting out my hammock area and my wood processing area. This is Daz D. There's the boyo there. Alright, Daz has took about 5 hours to make that little table.
What fuck took 5 hours?
5 hours. Look at that man. He's a proper fucking elk. He's on the Stella already, and there's me and Justin having a cup of coffee and a cup of tea.
That's why it's not level.
Aye, so this is his setup. Look, just the hammock and wild hammock and like. Justin's out at the back end there. He's been making like a social area for himself and his son. So and that's Just Outdoors there. Look at two of the Mac and Wanderers.
Right.
So
originally it's only 3 anyway.
Eh?
There's only 3 original ones.
Only 3 original.
Oh,
you used 2 and where's?
The other one's a swinger.
The swinger. Not wrong with swingers, mate.
I love a bit of swinging.
Going to some parties, you put the keys in the fucking pot. You're fucked if it's 2 puffs though. I'm going to cancel that bit, you know.
Why not?
No. Hey, excuse me. Right, so me 2 little bridges done, just to get us over easier. Hammock area is all set up. It's a little bit messy still, but got a few things to tidy up before I go into the range. Alright, got me big top set up for me social area. I've got me tabletop there to put up yet. Got that wood to sort out. Most of that'll get burnt tonight. And I need a fire pit sorted. So I'm going to move that about there. It's not going to be a huge fire. Doesn't need a huge fire. Let's see how it goes. Alright, so that's it really. I'm going to go to the range over there soon. Daz is up there sorting myself out. Justin's over here's bit at the top there, getting sorted. It's now just gone 4:30. So we've put a sign up as well for Camp Bob. I'll take you over and let you have a look. It's turned out quite a productive day. So Betty's just finding herself nice little spots where she can keep an eye on everybody. Look, she's just lying there. I think she's trying to get the last bits of the sunlight that's in the woods, aren't you, Betty? What's that on your leg there? Come here. So that's what's saying. Obviously the sun's in the way of the like. Camp Bob, stand for Band of Brothers. Alright, and this is the entrance into it, and then there's the social area and the kitchen at the back end, and then that's like one of the main camping areas on that side. And then we've got the range in that direction, which as I've seen before. John Northey's bushcraft camps there. I think Gary and Steve are a little bit further down, and we've got 2 lads, John and another lad right at the top, and then Mark slightly over to the left hand side, about 100 metres. Alright, I'm just going to have a walk down the bottom here, go and salvage a couple of bits of wood that I need, and next week hopefully that blue pipe that you can see, that goes all the way down to the field down the bottom. We need an extension put onto there, and then we'll have running water all the way to the kitchen. It'll be in a proper tap. So Betty's loving this here, like she knows her way around in here already. So as you can see, we've been trying to make it as easy as possible for ourselves by flattening things out. Well, we haven't. Ian and Gary Covendale done all this, good little grafters, and they sorted it all out, and it's much easier to get in and out. Obviously we have to use barrows to get in and out. The steps might be a problem, but walking in and out your packs now is dead easy. Oh. Right, we're just having a half an hour chill out on the range. Just having to go over each other's rifles. So obviously got mine there. And then we've got Justin's. It's a 2-2. It's got a canny fucking kick on it, I tell you. And then is this a 2-2 Daz? And then Daz is there 2-2 as well. There's me phone gun. That'll be me people turning up. Catch you in a bit. Hello Betty, where you been? Where you been? You can see the lads getting all the fool on. Right then, so that's me little fire tray for the night. I'm going to sort me fire out properly the next time I'm here, build a proper fire area. Well, I've got plenty coverage for it, and there's it's not going to be a huge fire or anything by any means, but I've got plenty height from me top. That's all me wood that I've been processing, and I've just started on a little area for like a kitchen, so that's the start of it. I'm going to bring a tarp down that used to be on my big shelter at Brockwell at Camp Valhalla, and I'm going to be putting that going across from there, covering all that area and then coming across here, so it gives it out of the wind. And then that's basically me building. I've done the 2 bridges the day, which makes it easier to get in my sleeping area and to get into my main area, and they're all pegged in. Lads are up the top there getting some food cooked, which is what I'm going to start doing soon. So fire's going well now, so I'm going to get some of them other big bits of wood on while it's burning and get them sorted. So happy days, and feel the heat off that nicely now and all. So that's it really. I'll bring his back later on.
Orangutan.
It's the what you call it, Daz? The Orangutan. Well, as you can see, we're sitting. We've got Mark, Daz, and Justin. What do you call yourself just for? Is that just because to give yourself another?
Just in time for Christmas.
Just in time for Christmas.
You can't spell just outdoors.
Well, as you can see, this is my fire pit. It's working a treat. There's loads of nice heat coming off it, and we've got some magic flames coming off soon as well.
2 Chinese in a washout.
Nobody will understand what you're on about on here, mate. But we've just been hearing a bit of thunder before, like, so we were expecting it to start pissing down, but it's bone dry.
It's held off, like.
It's just disappeared.
Either that World War III, we're not sure.
World War III. So Betty's off for a wander. I better not say that because my wife will chill us. Supposed to have her tied up. Yeah, right. I have the wife turned up, the wife tied up. I've only had 2 cans, I'll need.
Fuck off.
I'm fucking tartan shite. But it's been a good night. We've just been sitting taking the piss with the dads, really. No, we've been just sitting chilling around the fire, taking the piss with the dads. So we're not getting a video much tonight anyway. I'll bring us back tomorrow. We'll go on the ranges and things, have a walk around. I don't know what else. I'm just going to start waffling now and anyway. So anyway, I've just come on to say hello and anyway, and good night, and see yous later. Hey, good morning everybody. It's going to be a bit quiet because there's people still in bed. It's I've woke up a few times this morning, like 6 o'clock and 7 o'clock and all that, and just end up going back to bed. It's 8:30 this morning. Had a good night last night. Sat underneath a new little shelter there with Daz, Justin and Mark, having a few beers, bit of scran and a good bit of banter. Good crack last night, like, good laugh. I really enjoyed it. I think I had about 6 cans last night. I got a bit of a headache this morning, like, so didn't touch any spirits and out. So I still feel tired as well. So never stopped all day yesterday though, just pottering around doing bits and pieces at the camp. I'm going to get it tied up this morning. Well, not yet, like, I'll wait until everybody's up. I think people are stirring now, like, but I'm not going to do nothing major. I'm going to get a brew on the go. I'm not even going to start a fire, I'm just going to cook on my gas stove. Get a brew on the go, and then I'm going to make some an all day breakfast that I've got in just in a tin, like, but that'll do for this morning. Mark made loads of food last night, so I didn't cook anything. He was just sharing his food because he brought loads, and Gary was making loads of like sausages and bacon and things, so I had little bits and pieces of that, and Betty got spoiled rotten off them and all. So I've still got my sausage and my pasta to eat, so I might have that later on for my dinner. I'll be here till about 6 o'clock today. I want to do a bit more work, get some bits and pieces done, have a go on the ranges for a while, have a go on my rifle, try and get that zeroed in. So I'm going to get some breakfast and that, and I'll see you in a little while. Ta-ra. Right, afternoon everybody. I think it's afternoon. It's not. It's only 20 past 11. Daz and Justin have just left. That's Daz D and Just Outdoors. Mark left this morning. Mark, I apologise, I can't remember your channel, mate. But if I remember when I'm checking out this, if I can remember the name of it when I'm editing this, mate, I'll put your name up on the screen. It was a cracking night last night, lads. Cheers for that. It's just what the doctor ordered for me this week, like. Good laugh, good piss take, couple of beers, not kicked the arse out of it, like, I only had about 5 cans, 6 max, if that. Nice spirits. Just a good crack. The fire was great underneath my tarp. Worked out well. So anyway, enough waffling about last night. I didn't really want to record much because we're having a good bit of banter. So I'm just going to pan you around and explain what's happening. I've just been down with me Bergen, hence why all my stuff was all over the place earlier. And just picked up all these rocks from down the where we park our cars, just to make the fire look a little bit nicer. That plate worked absolutely brilliant last night, like, retained the heat, kept the coals on there for ages, and it's a nice area to have it as well. It's nice and dry down there for the time being, so we'll see how that goes. But it's just sitting on the edges of the bank. But what I think I might do is, because it's under the tarping anyway, I might dig into the bank and make like little seats. Dad sat on there last night. He was quite happy because it was like having a table and everything for him. But I've noticed when I'm walking over it, they are bouncing quite a bit, both of these bridges. So today I'm going to try and find something I can wedge underneath and make it a little bit more secure. It's just in case people are walking over and they've got big Bergens on and things like that. I don't want anybody having an accident when it's smashing. All this is going to get sorted out this morning, all my wood. I'm going to stockpile it down the bottom there, and then that big log is my chopping log. I'm just going to put that round about here, and then all my logs will get processed and put underneath there. I've got big green tarps from my old camp. I'm going to put them all the way across there and covering all of that gap there as well, so that'll all be blocked in. And then I'm going to get some plywood, put some plywood over the top of there. I was going to put another little bit of bench coming across here, but I don't think I'm going to. I think this is more than enough bit of bench for me. So what I'll do is, when the tarp comes down, I'll take it so it comes down the back of here, obviously, and then I'll use these little blocks here, and I'll put little hooks on, and I'll be able to put all my pans and things on there. And then I might put some ply underneath, and that'll be like a drawer, so I can just stack stuff in there as well, so it's off the ground. I'll bring my wash bowl and things down, get it set up as best I can, but I'm not doing a massive build. I really enjoyed building Camp Valhalla. It was really good. I really enjoyed it. I'm not going to waffle on about this too much, but it's still quite raw and fresh in my head. It hasn't put us off totally building a camp. Maybe it's in the future if I get somewhere else where it's a collective of people like it is here. Because there's plans set in motion for next year, and anyway for this group I'm with, to get a bigger and better woods. So maybe there might be the right type of materials there, enough materials, and then probably build a shelter. But nowadays I'm really enjoying being in my hammock. It's so comfy. Need bad backs in the morning when I'm waking up. Dog enjoys sleeping in the hammock as well, but I'm going to make her like a raised bed, so it's next to where my tarp's going to be. I'm going to have another tarp set up so my sleeping area is going to be totally covered all the time, so it's going to be nice and dry. Bring Betty's beds and that down, and I've got her sleeping bags still all up in my shelter, in my shed, sorry, at home. So them will all be coming down next weekend. And then see if she'll start sleeping there, because she doesn't wander far anyway when she's off her lead. But right, I'm going to start waffling too much, so I'm going to just crack on and I'll bring this back. You know the score. I didn't video myself all the time when I'm working. I'm just going to do a quick tidy up and that and pack my stuff away. I'll be here at about tea time anyway, on nearish tea time. I want to go and sit and play on the range for a bit with my rifle, get used to the handling of that, and basically just tidy up, get ready, prep for next weekend really. Alright, so right, I am in waffle mode now, so I'll see you in a bit. Well, hello everybody. I'm just chilling out. Packed all my stuff, so I'm ready to go. Just thought I'd put a fire on just to get rid of the midges a little bit. Burn all my rubbish that can be burnt. Got a big carrier bag full of cans and that. And I'm just going to sit and chill. I can't be bothered to cook anything. I'm getting something to eat in a few hours at home anyway. So I thought me and Betty could just sit and have a bit of this sausage. So, Betty's bowl there. You can see it. Wait your turn, Betty. Obviously I'm going to have to slice all of hers up. Just been having a bit of rain there. Just a shower like. Just as I was putting the last part of my stuff away. I've been testing different ways to put my hammock and my tarp on my pitch, and I've found a better way to do it like. So happy days. Just going to make it easier for me. I'm going to start coming down with my 4x4 tarp, just to give us a little bit of extra living room when I'm under my tarp, in my hammock I mean, even though I've got this big area here. But yeah, it's been a good weekend. 2 different locations, different people. I'll be out again next weekend down here. There you go, Betty. Hopefully put that there up. Get it up your nose. Betty's sitting eating her food. Yeah, I've got to celebrate birthday celebrations next weekend. Mine and Crash, which is Bandicoot 71. I think he's a year younger than me as well, or possibly a few years younger than me, I'm not sure. And then I'll not be out for a little while after next weekend. Back to work. Got a long weekend off at the beginning of July. Me and the wife are going away with the dogs with a trailer tent. I'm looking forward to that. It's me and Sean haven't been away camping together for a long time. But yeah, it's nice and peaceful down here. Nobody walking around. Nobody walking past you with their dogs and barking and yapping and great. So all I'm going to do now is sort out all my wood pile, get it all sorted and neat and tidy. Put me chopping block back into the ground. Have a quick look around the area, make sure there's no rubbish lying around. And I'm going to get my rifle and go on the range for a bit. Spend about an hour doing that, and then obviously I've got a 45-minute drive home. So Betty's had her half of the sausage and she's now sitting looking at me, eating my half, thinking, how give us some more. I probably wouldn't anyway because I'm a soft shite. Oh. As you can hear, there's somebody in the other woods across the road hunting. tuna and mayonnaise out of a ration pack. I'm just going to have some of this and all. So you can have a little bit. There you go. See how she likes that. Just demolishing it. Don't always have to cook things when you're out and about. Plenty of stuff you can bring that you can eat that's already done for you. You know what I mean? So I've got a blueberry turnover in here, which Betty can't have, but I can. These are lovely, these. I think this one's a bit smashed. Oh, dropping it. 1, 2, 3. Right, I've been back in a while. That's hitting right low. Right then, let's go and have a look. See how my shooting's getting better or not. What do you think, eh? Let's have a look. So my first 10 rounds were up on the top left hand corner. My second 10 rounds were in the centre. As you can see, it's getting moved, that plate with the hitting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 there, and obviously I've got a few splattered around, and I've got one up on the top there. Middle one I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I've missed somewhere, haven't I? Right, let's go for the bottom left hand corner now. See how I do there. Right then, the first 10 rounds were in the bottom left hand side. Alright, and then the second 10 were there. So that's I'm getting better. I think my eye away from the sight is where I'm going wrong. I'm putting it too close or too far away. So happy days with that, considering that was my first shooting, second shoot, third shoot, and then my fourth shoot is more in the black. I've totally decimated the bullseye, so happy days. Happy days. So a little bit more tweaking with the rifle and should be spot on. Happy days. I'm looking a bit red here, like. Right, I'm gonna turn my camera off now and I'm just gonna enjoy myself. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. It's been a great weekend. 2 different camps, 2 different sets of people. Brilliant. Loved it. Just what I needed. Happy days. See us on the next one. It'll be the draw. I'll be doing it through the week at home. Alright, so thank you very much, everybody. Catch you in a while.